guys, today's an update on my 6-pack challenge. So it's been about sort of 6 to 8 weeks since I did my baseline measurements. My baseline measurements were as follows. So I worked out at 16% body fat using the US Navy body fat estimator. That was based on being 12 stone, which is 76 kilograms, 168 pounds. My waist circumference was 85 centimeters and my neck circumference was 39 centimeters. So today I did them again. Basically we had my weight at 11 stone 13, so basically 1 pound less, which isn't too bad, which was 167 pounds, which was 75.7 kilograms to be accurate. Waist circumference had come down to 82 centimeters from 85, so obviously definitely losing around the middle. Neck obviously was the same at 39 centimeters. Overall, the body fat measurement came to 13%, so I've dropped by 3% over 6 to 8 weeks, which is pretty good going really. Interestingly, I bought myself some scales with the body fat analyzer on, the bioimpedance, and I know that this is a bit kind of a contentious issue with myself and other people as well. Interestingly, it measured me at 21%, and there's just no way in the world that's accurate. I've done it in the past where I've been on 2 separate days and it's given me a variance of like 10%. So there's no way in the world that's an accurate measurement in the slightest. And interesting, I was looking at some studies on this sort of stuff as well. Both with the bioimpedance and also with the caliper measurements, they found that on average, in fact, there was maybe 3 or 4% variance. Now that doesn't sound too bad, but they found some people were different at like 11% differences, which I think unfortunately is what I am. So that really, that scale is useless for me apart from obviously measuring my weight. And they did conclude at the end of the study that the best way of measuring is to actually just look in the mirror and just pinch and see and see if you can see any more muscle. And obviously if you can, you're clearly lower on your body fat. So yeah, so obviously for me, I'm kind of hoping that I can get down, obviously for the 6-pack level, around about 10%. I mean, it's an unknown quantity. I particularly store fat around my middle. I can be a stone heavier and there's no weight on my arms, there's no weight on my face, there's no weight on my legs. It's just around that middle, lower abdominal and sort of love handle area. So I think for me, I may well have to go that little bit further, and it could be at 8% body fat, but we'll soon find out. I think once I get there, what my plan is to essentially do like a mini bulk, mini cut kind of rotational phase. So what this means is I'll probably go down to say it's 8, then I'll go into a very minor surplus, and obviously over several months I'll train really hard and really well, and then when I get to maybe 12 or 13, because I'm relatively happy with where I am now, then I'll go back to a cut again. And then again, it'll be a slow cut, so I don't lose too much of what I've gained. And then hopefully I will go back down to getting to the lean level again, and then rotate back again. And what their aim there is to get a net gain of muscle growth each time you go through that phase. It'll be a lot slower than obviously big bulking phases, but you know, I don't want to be getting overweight, and I don't want to be finding that for half the year I'm fat and half the year I'm lean. You know, it just doesn't really appeal to me. So yeah, so obviously this is my plan. The aim is obviously, like I say, to get down to that 6-pack level for the challenge, and then obviously do that mini bulk phase from there. So basically, yeah, I will get back to you in maybe another 6 to 8 weeks, depending on how well I do. And again, I'm not going to do a reveal with regards to how I'm looking until probably the last one, so you can see a real true comparison from start to finish. So yeah, obviously if you're doing the same and you're finding it difficult, then obviously leave me a comment below. Oh yeah, and the other thing is that if you want to know how I'm doing it, I'm not being too precise about my macros. I'm going high on my protein, but not mega high, maybe 120 grams per day. I'm cutting my carbohydrates down, but again, not to like, you know, a keto diet or anything like that, just cutting them down a bit more conservatively. Fats, I don't eat a massively fatty diet, so I'm keeping my fats generally where they are. So, and overall my calories per day, you may think is quite low, but I've been looking at this as well, and there's a lot of differences between people's metabolisms and between where their set points are with their fat levels, and therefore that can really muck around with that. So for me, I found that about 1,700, 1,800 calories is generally getting me a very, very, very slow progressive body fat loss, but without actually getting muscle loss. So that's kind of why I'm going at it that way. So yeah, so really that's what I'm doing. So if you want to, again, leave me comments, tell me what your macros are, tell me what your calorie amounts are, tell me what your progress is, that'd be great, be interesting to know. And again, I'll see you in about 6 to 8 weeks and we'll do another update. So I'll see you then.